Well, it was 10 years ago tonight that a DC-3 airplane carrying the University of Evansville basketball team, 11 team friends, and a crew of 3 crashed on takeoff from the Evansville airport. There were no survivors.
The tragedy on that foggy, drizzly night stunned the southern Indiana town, and for many residents in the area, the memories are crystal clear. Evansville television reporter Brad Bird looks back at the accident and talks to the people who were touched by the loss.
In December of 1977, these UE freshmen were just 8 years old. But today, many of them still stop by 2 stone slabs, the UE memorial to a group of young men, their coach and friends who died that night.
A little hard to put into specific words, but I think everybody at a time like that feels the need to try harder, to do better, to embrace higher values and standards in order somehow to compensate for a great and apparently senseless loss.
It was Graves who held that first news conference as the tragedy unfolded. Today, he's writing a personal memoir of the crash, which he says represents a single moment that changed the university's history.
You can still see students go past the memorial and will stop and will read and even pause. It probably has made the people that were there at the time, and even people that have joined since, more conscious of a tragedy.
Ironically, due to a conflict of schedule, had Pat Berg known there was an open seat on the flight some 30 minutes sooner, he would have been on the plane. It was a young team entering its first season as a Division I school under first-year coach Bobby Watson. Watson replaced Arad McCutchan, who for 31 years guided the Aces. Today, McCutchan remembers many of the young men he recruited.
The 6 that I recruited, the few that come to my mind immediately were excellent students and outstanding people and well liked at home. And
they were a very special group of guys, all very personable, very friendly. As far as the basketball team goes, I don't think I've really ever known a better group of basketball players.
Those grainy images still burned in our memory left a mark on Evansville history. The tragedy perhaps was best put to words in a simple headline written by then Sunday Courier and Press editor Bill Jackson.
As you may remember, it was a rainy night, and as I looked over the story and felt myself the mood of the city, it was something that just came to my mind almost immediately. The night it rained tears. It seemed to be very appropriate for the mood of the community.
Federal investigators determined the plane was tail-heavy because of improper loading and because the crew failed to remove outside control locks from the craft's aileron and rudder. Now, tonight at 11 o'clock, a report on the rebuilding of the university's basketball program.